So this, they call it a drill bit set. It's really more than that. It does come in a nice case, a little plastic case. And what I really needed was these plug cutters for cutting plugs in wood. I'm gonna test these out here pretty soon to see how well they work. But it also comes with a couple of impact driver screwdriver bits. This thing, which is just a standard impact driver bit holder, and a number of countersink driver bits. And along with that, they've got a couple collars here for adjusting the depth of the countersink. So for the price, I mean, this isn't high-end, you know, Snap-on or Mac Tools stuff, but for the number of times that I have to use something like this, these will be fine. And on top of that, you get the case. I had these plug cutters before from another set, but they came to me loose, and of course I lost them. So this case will be nice to keep track of where they are. And you know, these countersink drill bits, I'm sure I'll use them at some point in time. But like I said, I bought it mainly for the plug cutters, and I'll show you how they work here soon. But yeah, if you're going to use this occasionally, you can't go wrong with this. I mean, it's not that much money. You know, I'm sure that it's made in China. Yep, it's made in China. I like to buy made in US when I can, but for stuff like this, it can be hard to find made in the US. And again, for the very few times I actually need to use something like this, these will be fine. And it's got this little tiny user guide. So unless you're 10 years old and your eyes are perfect, good luck reading it. You'll need a magnifying glass or some really high-powered readers to read it. So we'll see what it does on when I cut some plugs here. So if you haven't used these plug cutters before, if you're watching this, I'm sure you have. Basically, this is what the plug cutter looks like. And the internal measurement is the size of the plug that he'll get out. One of these is 3/8, and I forget what the other one is. It might be 1/2 inch. But the one I have mounted in here right now is 3/8. So I've got it mounted in my drill press. I recommend, if you're going to cut plugs, that you do it in a drill press. I mean, I suppose you could do it by hand. You just got to make sure you're real stable. Just turn drill press on and drill down to the wood until you get to the length you think you need. So these are new, of course, and they feel pretty sharp because they cut easily. But I'm also cutting pine, so it's not a hard wood at all. So I wouldn't expect any issues. How long will these last? I don't know. I guess it probably depends on the type of wood you're cutting. Hardwood, softwood, how often you use them. I don't use them that much, but once you have your plug cut, you just take something and you stick it in the side and break it off, and then you get a plug, and then you're supposed to drill a hole in the wood where you need to plug. That's the size of the plug. Now, if I measure this, yeah, it's about 0.375 and 0.375, according to my conversion chart here, is 3/8. So it's pretty close. I mean, there might be a little bit of a deviation there, but it's close. I made a couple plugs, and so now if you need to plug a hole, hide a screw, bury a screw and hide it, you can glue this plug in, cut off the extra, and then sand it down and paint it, stain it, whatever you need to do. So yeah, I mean, it works. It's sharp. It gives me the size I need. So I guess it's an okay set. Thanks.